Bon dia, it's Joe Jacobi here from 5 with Joe Performance Coaching, and today I have another question from my friend Andy Foote. Andy is a LinkedIn strategies coach and the owner of LinkedInsights.com, and I'm just going to read Andy's question. Joe, in your vast experiences working with successful individuals throughout the years, what were the most frequent mistakes made, and how important is data in determining and delivering success? Andy, I love the questions, and the first question about frequent mistakes made and kind of what I've seen, maybe that's its own video, a separate video, but let's start with the second question about data and metrics and see if that doesn't lead to some ideas about the most common mistakes made that are affecting people's performance in sport and in the workplace. And so as I make this video, Andy, I am at the Parc del Segre, the 1992 Olympic canoeing venue where my canoe partner and I won the Olympic Games in 1992. And this morning we have elite athletes who are on the start line preparing for the World Championships here in September. And these athletes, along with the professionals that we serve every day, we are all living through the greatest moment in time and to have access to data and metrics. And I guess what I worry about is just the impact of having so much data and metrics inflowing into our lives without having a clear purpose and a clear why about what we do, why we do the things that we do. Because when we lack that clarity, when we lack that purpose and we lack that why, these numbers have a way of kind of defining our self-worth and kind of making us ask the question, are my numbers good enough? Am I good enough? Am I providing value? And I hate to see that become sort of the cause of why people aren't performing better. So a lot of times when I work with clients and I work with athletes, I just take the metrics out of the equations. I think really helping to kind of sort out why things really matter, finding enjoyment in the process, understanding why we enjoy something. For example, when the athletes I work with go out to paddle on the river, I want them to be able to actually feel a connection to the water, not just thinking, how can I go faster or how can I bring my heart rate down? I think the same thing can go for the industry that you're serving, LinkedIn. The people who build this platform, if it were truly just a platform for connecting people, the people who build and design it would make it much easier as opposed to creating a game of algorithms and likes and to decide whether someone's content is valuable or relevant or really kind of helps them connect with more people. So I think we're kind of living through this time where we have to be more cautious and more careful and more attentive than ever to the data and not letting the data define who we are. Can the right metrics be helpful to us? Absolutely. But what I noticed that the best high performers in both sport and business, they choose the metrics, they may set some goals around them, and then they let go of them and they go back to doing their work and coming back to the why and coming back to the purpose and coming back to clarity. And I guess this ultimately leads to what I see as the biggest mistakes being made, is that when you don't have that sense of clarity, the noise of metrics just becomes interference in your ability to listen to your own inner voice, to listen to your heart, to listen to what really matters. And when that happens, performance falls, performance drops. And I guess that's ultimately the biggest mistake that I'm trying to correct and help correct with all of my clients and all of the athletes with whom I work, is just how to more clearly listen to our inner voice. I love the topic. I could talk about this one for hours. Andy, I'm so grateful for all that you do in serving the LinkedIn community and the way you help me in what I do. And for all of you watching along here, if you have a question, please hit me up on LinkedIn in the comments, on Twitter, or in the comments section of YouTube. And wherever this happens to find you, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks, everyone.